Welcome back for a new top 10 or top 5 fighters list. This time I am looking at 5 fighting game series slash solo games that, in my opinion, deserve a remake or a reboot. So, with that said, first honorable mentions. First honorable mention is a very unique fighting game I think deserves to be brought back to life. It was originally released in Japan exclusively to the PS1, then it would get also later on a Dreamcast release for here specifically in the West. And that being Psychic Force 2012, which I think is a very unique playing fighting game and I feel could be very interesting with the way games are today. I think it could really improve dramatically. Also, of other games I feel that deserve a comeback, honorable mentions: War Gods from the N64 PS1 era. Very interesting game originally by Midway, though I don't know who actually currently holds the rights. Also, a game technically it never actually got an official release, though you can actually burn on disc and still play it on the PS1. Um, and I'd like to see the game given a second chance of life. That is the game Thrill Kill, which is an interesting game to say the least. Also, another game I'd like to see get a second chance at life was created by some of the ex Mortal Kombat people from Midway. It was released exclusively on the original Xbox, of course, that being Tao Fang. And the last honorable mention, another fine game that, or rather two fine games, I would love to see make a comeback and I really wish Sega would bring back to life. That is Eternal Champions, which is a great 2D fighting game, in my opinion, though I've never been honored to be able to play the second Eternal Champions Sega CD game. Coming in at number 5 from Capcom, which has technically had two games in the series. The original released PS1 and the second one was released on the Sega Dreamcast. Coming in number 5 for me personally, a game series, the only two games, I feel that deserve to be brought back. I would love to see a reboot or just a continuation with a new installment. But, and it's a series that I think really deserves it. At number 5 is Rival Schools. Which, of course, we are getting a Rival Schools character in Street Fighter V, which is definitely cool. But, with that said, I still would like to see Rival Schools make a comeback. It's a very unique 3D fighting game, unlike anything else on the PS1. And the second game, known as both Rival Schools 2 and also Project Justice, which has definitely become a coveted item to get a hold of. Both games actually have gone up quite a bit over time, price wise. But they are both very unique 3D fighters, unlike anything else that I can actually think of. It's kind of crazy, some of their special abilities and things. It's just unlike any other 3D fighter I've ever played series, and I would love to see these games make a comeback. Coming in at 4 is an arena style, party style type of fighting game up to 4 players. Originally, both, by the way, from Capcom, both games originally released on the Sega Dreamcast. Then they would get a second re-release together on the PSP. This is a series that I think deserves to be brought back to life, and I would love to see it make a comeback. At number 4 is Power Stone. I would love to see Power Stone return and come back, because it's just a very fun game, in my opinion. Coming in at 3 is a fun game series of 3 games that almost no one talks about anymore. Yeah, it was very clunky for the time, but it was the first weapon-based fighting game released on the original PlayStation. and also on the Sega Saturn. And that is the trilogy or the series of 3 games that I would like to see get rebooted and brought back to life. And in third place is Battle Arena Toshinden. I would love to see Battle Arena Toshinden brought back to life because even though it's a very clunky game by today's standards, still there's something about it, and the fact is the music in the game is beyond almost any other fine game of the time when it came out. It had one of the best soundtracks of fine games from the 5th console generation. Coming in at number 2, a series of 2 games released exclusively for the original PlayStation from Squaresoft at the time, now Square Enix. I would love to see Square give a second chance and shot of this game series. It's so unique, unlike any other weapon-based fighting game of all time, because if you do one proper fatal blow, you can kill your opponent in one hit, and it's a big, wide open 3D arena style where you can fight in the snow, take cover in bamboo trees behind rocks and stuff. It's very unique. There is no other fighting game ever that has played like this. And number 2 for me personally, a game series I would like to see get a second chance of life is the Bushido Blade games. Coming in at number 1 is a game series by originally Hudson Soft, which unfortunately Hudson Soft of course died. But the series that deserves to be brought back, it's one of my personal favorite fighting game series of all time. And, once again, like some of these others, it is super unique. Especially given you have the ability to transform into half-human, half-animal hybrids called Zoranthropes. Has some of my favorite fighting game characters of all time in this series. Coming in number 1, fighting game series I would love to see get a second chance at life. But unfortunately, the rights are held by Konami. Coming at number 1 is the Bloody Roar series. So, that is my list of some fighting game series that I would love to see make a comeback. Even though it's not a fighting game, I would like to mention another technically a vehicular combat series I would like to see get a second chance at life. Please, Activision, bring Vigilante 8 back. For me, I like Vigilante 8 actually more than Twisted Metal. I just think it's a really fun series, and great music and everything. But anyways, with that out of the way, stay tuned in the near future for some future top 5 lists, and a special, probably sometime next month, a special top 50 list that I'm working on right now. With that said, everyone stay safe out there. Have a good upcoming holiday season. Happy holidays. See you next time. Same YouTube time, same YouTube channel.